So you are doing your YouTube stuff just only right now, right? You're not still working at Titmouse?
No, I could not do both.
So was that a conscious choice to say, all right, I'm gonna focus on my YouTube cartoons for a little bit?
Yeah, Brian, you might like this story. So I was working at Titmouse for a while, and I could say I started getting, being there for a while, they expect me to do more work and like sort of move up in the work, like giving me different tasks, like harder tasks and stuff.
Yeah.
I was kind of like starting to do like production manager, producer types of stuff. And I was like, I guess that was when I started to realize I was still a coordinator, but I was doing more work along those lines, starting to. And I was like, shit, this isn't like what I want for my life. Like, this isn't my goal. Like, my goal was to work in the industry to learn how to make cartoons so I could make my own cartoons. And I loved being a production coordinator. I honestly thought it was so much fun. I would rather be a production coordinator than an artist in the industry. I loved being a coordinator, running around to all the artists and like the chaos. Like, I loved it. But I still had these dreams of making people laugh and making my own cartoons and making jokes and having fun with my own doodles and stuff. So I ended up, talking to my boss, and after a good year of thinking about it, I quit Titmouse to take the risk of becoming a YouTuber full time. And it was really scary.
Nice, dude. Well, I want to hear all about, I'm sure we all do, and everybody that was listening wants to hear all about, like, the feelings that you had when you made this decision and how you were successful at doing it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try so hard to make this like so not like dragged out. So please like stop me if I'm being like, I'm going off track. But basically, I was getting depressed. I was getting like a little depressed at Titmouse because I was getting bored of, I felt like I learned everything I needed to learn, and I felt like I was almost I wanted to keep growing creatively. Like, I felt like I wasn't growing creatively anymore with the types of work I was doing, and like the meetings I was going in. I still loved my job, but it was like, I'm dragging it out already. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah. I just to kind of give people a little more context based on that jump you were expected to make. A production manager is no longer dealing with the creative side. You're dealing more with the budget of a production.
Yes, because I loved being a coordinator, but then I started getting, right, like you said, all creativity. I mean, I didn't have creative decision power at all anyway, but at least like I worked closely with the artists and I got to sit in all the like super creative meetings. But with production manager types of, producer types of stuff, it's like really schedules and like money and like, no offense.
That's what I'm doing now. No, I'm right there with you. I always, like, as like, this is my first, like, the last like 2 years I've transitioned from like coordinator to production manager. That was my journey over the last like 2 years. And like, as I was making that transition, I was like, dude, I love being a coordinator way more. I love talking to the artists. I love working with the artists. Like you said, running around, figuring out, like breaking down the animatics, like figuring out what everything that's needed. Like, there's a certain skill set it takes to like talk to these artists correctly, because you don't want the stress to be on them. You want the stress to be on the production side of things. And it's a very nuanced line you need to walk in order to make this a smooth show for you, but more so for the artist to make it correct, to make the show actually the right show. So that was like something I really loved doing. And now as like a producer, production manager, like I'm transitioning into now into a producer role. Like, I'm like, fuck, I have to like make this whole schedule and figure out this budget. God damn it. Like, I mean, I'm getting good at it, but it's like, maybe I'll just fucking quit and make my own cartoons.
Nick, I mean, and Anthony's got the skill too, so don't sell himself short.
I was gonna say like, and don't be afraid to do YouTube at the side, because I was gonna say that's what I actually did too. But hold on, I want to say like, I'm also honestly, I don't feel like I'm capable of doing a production manager / producer's job, because I think that's a lot of it too. Like honestly, if I was good at it, if I was good at being more of a producer, I probably would have ended up doing that for a bit if I could. But I feel like my brain, like it doesn't work well with. I don't feel like I'm good at it, honestly. I don't feel like I'm good at being a producer.
It's a very compartmentalized way of thinking, and you need to make sure you're like thinking like 5 steps ahead and like heading and all these like room for error and everything like that. So very certain type of brain.
And it sounds and it's fun for people that are good at it. But for me, like I noticed like what do I love about my job? And what I loved about my job was cracking jokes with the artists in meetings and like, you know, like having fun with all the artists and stuff, like kind of working closely with them, running around to them and like helping them out and working as a team. Like that's what I love. So
same.
And that's what I was good at. That's what my like personality thrives in is working with people and like having fun and kind of just getting the job done in like a chill, like fun way, and not, you know, if someone's stressed out, we cheer them up. But anyway, so I started realizing I think I need out of here. I think I need to do something creative. I don't know what to do because I'm not great at drawing, but I want to be creative and I don't know what to do. So I realized I went on YouTube, started watching YouTube like videos at work, and I found the community. That's where I found the community I'm in now. And I started watching their stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is what I want. I think this is a great avenue to show people like what I'm capable of, I guess, like in terms of create, like, you know, I feel like I have skill with like timing and you know, like hitting like the beats and like hitting a joke and like all that stuff, expressions and like certain like voice recording and like all that story stuff. I feel like it's really hard for me to show that I'm good at that, but how do I show that? So if I could put some shit on YouTube, maybe it would do well. I don't know. So Titmouse has this thing called 5 Second Day, and you guys ever hear that?
Yeah, I used to go to it at the Egyptian.
Okay, yeah, it's the shit. For those of you who don't know, it's like Titmouse's own holiday where they shut down all 3 of their studios. They have one in like New York, Vancouver, and LA. They shut them down for the whole day, and all the employees have to do. It's mandatory you have to create your own cartoon, and if you're not making a cartoon, then you have to work. And it's like, no, we're not gonna work. So they order pizza, like it's just like, it's so fun. And everyone in the studio is like, what should I do? And like everyone's just having so much fun. So I decided, like, you know, to make a cartoon, obviously, and it was so cool. And I decided like to record my family, you know, Anthony, you'll know, like crazy Italian Jersey families are nuts. And so I recorded my dad and my grandma, who my grandma is 101 right now. And they were sitting at the table and they started fighting about politics, because this was like when Trump was not even president yet, I think. I don't even remember, but Trump was getting involved or whatever. And my grandma hates Trump, my dad loves Trump. And I am like, don't get me involved with this shit. I don't want to talk about it. So I just hit record on my phone. I recorded the whole conversation. It was hilarious. My dad was like losing his temper. My grandma was like, nah, nah, nah. I ended up taking the audio, kind of mixing it, making it shorter. It was like an hour, and I made it into like 3 minutes or something. And I ended up animating it, and it was so freaking funny. And I showed it for 5 Second Day, and like everyone was like, "What? Like you made this?" Because as a coordinator, they didn't know I could do that. You know, they thought I was just like, because a lot of the production people didn't do one. So anyway, the feedback I got from 5 Second Day gave me the confidence to like actually leave Titmouse and like make a YouTube channel.
You're like, oh,
you shouldn't have laughed so hard.
So then, I don't know, they gave me a lot of confidence. So I ended up like studying YouTube for like a good year while I was there and seeing the community I wanted to go in, seeing like what works, what are the best of the best channels doing that I can like, you know, study and like take and make into my own. You know what I mean? Like, why is this person's channel so big? What is it? You know, I just started just studying the shit out of everyone, and I was like, you know, trying to see how I could fit in here. So basically, after I felt like I was really, really confident, I was ready to start this channel, I was like, okay, I need to pay my bills. So I got a part-time job while I was at Titmouse. I was applying for part-time jobs. So my salary was about to be like sliced and about to make a lot less money. Like,
yeah, for sure. What kind of part-time jobs were you looking for? Like going back to like Pizza Hut stuff?
I was considering that, but I actually ended up getting a job as I used to work as a lifeguard for pools, like community pools, indoor pools in the winter and then outdoor pools in the summer. So I did that for a long time when I was in high school. So I had like experience in that. And I'm like, I need a job where I can like work while I'm at work, but also have enough money, enough energy when I get home to work.
Yes.
With lifeguarding, when there's no one. So I'm like, the only job I could think of is lifeguarding, because when I'm at work at lifeguarding, no one's in the pool.
Yeah.
I go work on my cartoons. And then when I get home, all I did was sit around all day. I can stay up all night and work. You know, I wasn't running around busting my ass being a waitress or something.
Yeah,
That's smart.
Very smart.
Thanks. Yeah, and that I was really thankful that I had lifeguarding experience, because I'd probably never have like the balls to be a lifeguard if I didn't know what it was like already. Because you have to take a lot of training. Like, it's about like a 3 or 4 day weekend of just training of like, you go in the swimming pool, there's a ton of laps, you have to get the brick from the bottom of the pool, like all this shit. Learn CPR. So it was a lot. But once I got certified and I got hours, I'm like, all right, it's time. I could barely afford my bills with this job, but I'm gonna do it. And my husband was like shitting his pants, obviously, this whole time. But luckily we lived with his dad at the time, and we didn't have our own place yet. So the risk was a lot lower. So and then Titmouse is like, I love them so much. Like, they were like, you know, if it doesn't work out, you can always come back. So that was nice to know.
So you actually told Titmouse, you're like, so I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna try to have my own YouTube channel. I'm gonna see what happens. So I'm peacing, I'm gonna be a lifeguard. If it fails, I'll be back in 5 days or 5 months or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, because we're so like family in the New York studio. Like, we're so close. I still talk to them. So like, I was just honest. I'm like, I don't feel like I can handle this job. Like, I really don't think I'm capable of doing this. I really think I need to be more creative. And so yeah, they're like supportive. And that's how it began. Did
you start this YouTube channel with like a bunch of animated like cartoons in the queue, or did you just go with like one done, or how did you approach starting the channel?
That would have like been the smart thing to do. That would have been awesome if I did that, but I didn't. I didn't have any cartoons in the queue because I didn't have time. With Titmouse was a lot of, like, I was doing a lot of work there. And I was commuting from Jersey, so I had a 2-hour commute there and a 2-hour commute home from New York. So yeah, and like on the bus.
Titmouse. Where is it in the city, or is it in the like Manhattan?
Yeah, it's right across the street from Madison Square Garden. It's like right next to Penn Station.
Oh shit! So you could basically just take the NJ Transit right up.
I wish I didn't live next to the train. I had to take the bus.
Freehold doesn't have a train stop. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I took the bus.
The train stop, literally, it's like an hour into Penn, less than an hour into Penn.
Yeah, I know. So I had to take the fucking bus, which
that really sucks.
Wow.
But yeah, I was wiped out, you know, from the job, so I just like fell asleep on the bus. I couldn't help it. But yeah, so I don't know what the question was. Fuck.
What was it? Oh yeah, you had stuff. You said you did not have any animated cartoons in the queue when you started your channel.
Yeah. So I didn't have time to make anything. So what I would do is after I quit, I lifeguarded, and then I got home and Yeah, I was gonna say, I watched a lot of Gary Vee at that time too, who was also like my medicine. Like he was really like amping me up to do this. So I would pretty much follow what he told us to do. It was just like, you know, get your part-time job and like work hours after that. So I was getting like 4 hours of sleep a night, and like my day would consist of just lifeguarding into the office, and working on my cartoon. And, like I didn't have a social life. Like it was bad. Like I neglected a lot, which sucks. But it paid off. Like it really did.
Should I do the intro again, or are we good to go?
No.
All right.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
let's
We're
go.
good.
So there was an intro, and then there was about 45 seconds to a minute of awkwardness. That will serve as our musical intro today, just us rambling about nothing. And now, here we are.